Hi friends, in this video, we are dealing with upcycling. The environmental benefits of upcycling are mammoth. Aside from minimizing the volume of discarded materials and waste being sent to landfill each year, it also reduces the need for production using new or raw materials, which means a reduction in air pollution, water pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, and often a conservation of global resources. And of course, if you are good in creativity, then you can make some money by doing upcycling business. So let us find out how we can effectively utilize our waste and make some cash from it. Before moving forward, please subscribe to this channel to instantly watch more interesting videos like this during release itself. Many of you now have a confusion in between the recycling and upcycling. Recycling is recovering a product that has been used and putting it through a process to make it into a new version of the same product. Easy example is the junk mail you recycle. This paper gets recycled into either paper for use in printing or paperboard for use in packaging. Recycling can happen over and over again, and depending on the item, there is some loss of recovery, not 100%, each time you go through the cycle. Continuing our paper example, typically paper fibers can be recycled back into printing papers 8 times. After that, the fibers get too short, and then it becomes suitable for paperboard. Upcycling is using various different products to make something new, but not the same product again. For instance, you can upcycle your old t-shirts into shopping bags by sewing the bottom and making a few cuts on the arm's neck. This is giving a new life to the t-shirt and extending the length of time you can use it. Recycling would be turning the t-shirt back into a t-shirt. Upcycled items might still be recyclable at the end of their second life, depending on the item in question. Over the last decade, the term upcycling has been coined and worked into the discourse of sustainability efforts. It appeared in William McDonough's book, Cradle to Cradle. It has yet to earn itself mainstream popularity, but its necessity is a goal for how we should be progressing. So when you are starting a business to sell the upcycled items that you made, make sure that each of them are attractive and eye-catchy. The websites such as upcyclethit.com, earth991.com, greenthimup.com, refash.in will give you some ideas on this. Many people have even made a living by upcycling items and selling them for a profit, so upcycling can help the economy as well. The production process of the textile industry is complex and needs huge amounts of energy, water, polluting chemicals, among other resources. It's very polluting to the environment, and its supply chain often isn't an ethical one. Therefore, upcycling comes as a nice solution that's starting to be developed not only by small artisans, but also starting to boom in companies like Patagonia. Damaged clothes no longer fit for wearing are disassembled, and their textiles get to reused for the creation of some other piece of clothing, or as cases, bookmarks or wherever the designer's creativity takes them. Upcycling furniture is about taking old, wasted or broken furniture and repurposing it. From broken cabinets whose shelves can be screwed into an old door entry door that will work as a decoration piece, or putting some feet supports in a one-side open bathtub and turning into a sofa. There are no limits to the power of creativity in upcycling furniture and other household items. There are established manufacturing organizations reusing the waste in products that re-enter consumer cycles. Examples of this are companies like TerraCycle that creates waste collection programs for waste that is impossible or difficult to recycle and ends up producing things like park benches or pencil cases or tote bags from food and drink packaging. One of the bigger challenges of upcycling is about providing a great value to forgotten or with an about-to-end lifespan objects, but does not necessarily mean that these are not valuable. You can do upcycling with exclusive materials and very expensive products. Upcycling means a new wrinkle, is thinking about other use, about taking advantage of the available resources we have to create new objects which we give a fresh touch through designers' creativity. Because there are so many benefits to both recycling and upcycling, there's no need to choose one over the other. But keep in mind that not every item can be upcycled. Depending on your creativity, you may find it difficult to think of new ways to repurpose certain items you no longer need. When this happens, turn to recycling instead of throwing the item away in the garbage. Do you upcycle at home? If so, share some of the ways you've transformed items in the comments below.